So first of all, sorry that you're not seeing a hat on my head. This hair is just awful. I mean, it is just atrocious. Need to go just shave it all off. Probably will do that next weekend. Maybe I'll do it next week since there's no games. And also, sorry for no video yesterday. I had the work day from heck. It was just super busy. I have so many jobs and I had to do all of them yesterday. And yeah, so I appreciate that you guys get that we're doing every game, but we won't get to every game. We won't be able to do every single one of these like I do with the postcast because that's just not life right now. I'm going to do my very best to get the overwhelming majority of them. But yeah, also, I will have some MLB draft content coming tomorrow for subscribers. It's about dang time I reward you guys. $4.99 to join. Really appreciate it. It's helped me a lot. I was almost literally able to afford gas yesterday because of your help. So I do appreciate all of those who have stuck through the fact that there hasn't been subscriber content in a couple of months. Okay, long intro. Let's talk about the game. We have Bryan Woo facing off against Marcus Stroman. Bryan Woo has been fantastic. If you haven't checked it out yet, go check out Bryan Woo announcing to his parents that he made the All-Star game. Oh, got me right there. And it's just such a cool thing. And it's deserved. He's been fantastic. He is probably the ace of the Mariners right now. Logan Gilbert looked ace adjacent for 4 innings. George Kirby's been pitching fantastic. Luis Castillo remains as underrated as ever. But if you had to start game 1 of a playoff series, I think it's Bryan Woo. And all of that said, I'm a little nervous about tonight because this is a tough park for pitchers like Bryan Woo. Guys who challenge hitters, guys who are willing to throw the ball over the plate. Because not only is New York a fairly friendly hitter's park, not a pitcher's park, you got some guys who can really wallop the baseball. And we saw it last night. We saw it the night before that. You can give up ding-dongs here. And Bryan Woo has given up 14 ding-dongs in his 107 1/3 innings. That's my one worry here. But when your stuff's as good as his, when your command's as good as his, I trust him to give you a solid start. If there was ever going to be a blow up for Bryan Woo, this would probably be the day. I don't love this matchup for him. He's maybe matchup, what's the word? Maybe he's just so good that it doesn't matter. But if there was one start where I kind of go, oh, this might be it. This might be it. And come back and comment on this video when he strikes out 17 over 7 innings. Also, come back to this video and click on the link to Simply Seattle, the very best in Seattle sports gear. Awesome stuff for the Mariners, the Seahawks, the Kraken, Storm, and Sounders. You can find it all at Simply Seattle. And no matter what team you're buying for, use code MOLLYWOP15, MOLLYWHOP15. It saves you 15% off your order. Great people. Can't thank Simply Seattle enough. I have a big old order. You'll start seeing me. Well, you're seeing me wear the Big Dumper shirt right now, the Torpedo Dumper. And you're going to see some mascot ones that I just picked up over the next few weeks. I really like those shirts. Check them out at simplyseattle.com. Link in the description. Okay, so the Mariners are facing off against Marcus Stroman. You've heard of Marcus Stroman. He's been around for a while. We all love a short king. He's 5'7", all of 180 pounds. Famously said he was not willing to be a reliever for the team. Has made 5 starts so far because of injury. He has a 1-1 record, if you're into that sort of thing. He has an ERA of 7.45. He has struck out 12 over 19 1/3 innings, and he has walked 10. Okay, so let's take a look at the game log for Stroman because I think this is worth pointing out. Obviously, it's worth pointing out. First few starts did not go very well. First start against Milwaukee, he throws 4 2/3 innings of 3-run baseball. That's not abhorrent, but it's not the goal. The next start, 4 innings of 4-run baseball. Not a disaster, but not the goal. Disaster happened on April 11th. He throws 2/3 of an inning and gives up 5 runs, walks 3, leaves that game and doesn't pitch again until June 29th. Now, his 2 starts since coming back from the injured list have gone pretty well. He faced the Athletics and threw 5 innings of 1-run baseball, and then he threw 5 innings of 3-run baseball. Again, not superstar level or anything close to it. In fact, that's a 5.40 ERA. A lot of people don't realize that. 5 innings of 3-run baseball sounds good until you see the 5.40 ERA. So maybe that means a 5 ERA isn't as bad as you think, or maybe that means 5 innings of 3-run baseball aren't as good as you think. One of the two, your mileage may vary. Okay. Long story short, that ERA isn't really indicative of how Marcus Stroman has been pitching. He's not a guy who misses a lot of bats. He's not a guy who gets a ton of extension because he is closer to backup point guard height than he is to typical starting pitcher height. This is still a guy the Mariners should have some success against. I'm not guaranteeing it because that would be stupid, but you can get to Marcus Stroman. You can get to Marcus Stroman, and it'd be nice to see. Getting swept here would be bad. You got your ace on the mound. You're facing the 4th or 5th best starter at best for the Yankees. You're heading into the break. You've got another tough 3 games coming up against these Detroit Tigers. A win here would be really nice. Obvious point is obvious, but you should be able to get to Stroman. You got to Schlittler. Boy, that's a name that you really struggle with saying just because, there's a couple of different ways that can go wrong for you. And, you were pretty terrible the game before that. I know they ended up scoring 3, a very misleading 3. You should get to Marcus Stroman tonight. You should absolutely score some runs tonight. Let's take a look at what the lineup will be that could score said run. It's the same dang lineup you see almost every night, with the one exception being that instead of Ben Williamson at third base, it'll be Miles Mastrobuoni. Not surprised they're going pretty lefty heavy today. Marcus Stroman's a guy that lefties can get to. Righties can get to him too. But this is I get why you're going lefty heavy here today. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only people who are hitting right-handed in this lineup today are Julio Rodriguez and Randy Arozarena. There's some switch hitters as well, of course. But the only people who will swing from the right side against Stroman are Julio and Randy. Nice to see Julio get 3 straight games with extra base hits. Still want more. And I would be very tempted to switch he and Arozarena in the lineup just to get Randy more plate appearances while he's hot. That would be something I would be looking at. It doesn't sound like they have any interest in doing so. The New York lineup is a little different tonight. For the first time, we will see Trent Grisham in the lineup. I think I said Grisham. That's not a thing. And we will see Ben Rice for the first time in the lineup in this series as well. But Dominguez at top, Grisham, Aaron Judge. He's the DH tonight, by the way. Cody Bellinger, Jazz Chisholm, Ben Rice, Austin Wells, Anthony Volpe, and then Yorbit Vivas will get the start at third base. I am reminded, by the way, after Jazz Chisholm hit a couple of homers, how a lot of you talked about, and I'm sorry, I was hosting a radio show while I was doing it, getting a bunch of text messages, and I saw a bunch of stuff on Mile Y too, suggesting that Jazz Chisholm is a bad fit for the Mariners. He'd look pretty good in Seattle. He would look pretty good in Seattle. You know what always looks good is when you hit like and subscribe to my videos. I really appreciate it. We'll be back Friday. Yes. Oh, I'm hosting for Ian Furness again on Friday. Appreciate you tuning in. 1 to 3 KJR 93.3 FM or 933kjr.com if you don't live in that area. Really appreciate you guys checking that out. I'll be hosting a couple more times next week. When those get closer, I'll promote them a little bit. But yeah, should be fun. Got to get a win today. Can't get swept. Can't get swept by anybody. Yankees are good. I know they were due for some positive regression, but no sweeps. No thank you.